What's up, guys? Nightflux here, and I'm coming to you with my Galactic Zeal deck profile. Just a foreword about this deck. This deck is super awesome. It's really good in the meta right now because it basically just minuses and minuses your opponent's Vanguard. I love this deck. Yeah, I love this deck. That's all I can say about it. So let's get started in the deck profile. Our starter, Larva Zeal, 4K starter. If you ride the grade 1 Zeal on top of him, he stays in the Soul, and you get to check the top 7 cards of the grade 2 or 3 Zeal. If you don't get the ride chain, you get to pull him back, and he's a supporter. This deck is good, still good, even if you don't hit the ride chain. If you hit a partial ride chain, get the grade 2 and 3, it's still really good. If you don't hit the ride chain, it's still pretty good, but not amazing. If you hit the ride chain, it's basically like GG almost. So yeah, trigger lineup. This is the critical version. There's a stand version as well. I may do that later, but we'll see. I really like the critical version. We do run 8 crits in here, 4 Justice Cobalt, and 4 what is this, Dimensional Robo die battles. I like the crits because it gives the early pressure. If you hit the ride chain and you hit early crits, you push them at 4 or 5 damage before they're even grade 3, and they just have to keep dropping hand and dropping hand and dropping hand, and it complements Zeal's limit break so much. Because if you didn't know, every time you ride after the grade 1, as soon as you ride the grade 2, their Vanguard's minus 3k. As soon as you ride the grade 3, their Vanguard's minus 3k. If you do the limit break for the grade 3, they're minus 8k total if you have 4 damage that turn. We'll get into some more combos. I'm getting ahead of myself just because I love this deck so much. 4 heals and 4 draws. You usually have a pretty nice hand size in Zeal. Basically, you're not really guarding any attacks against the Vanguard. You want to hit 4 damage as soon as possible, and then you can sit at 4 or 5 damage at the game, and you just want to guard for your rear guards, basically, because you need your rear guards to get Zeal's effect off. So basic trigger lineup for Zeal: 8 crit, 4 heal, 4 draw. Grade 1s, we are running 4 perfect guards. It is pretty necessary to run 4 perfect guards, especially if you're playing against Dote. You do need to guard against the Vanguard, and the extra crit MLB do need to guard against the Vanguard as well. So we have our crits, and usually have plenty of hand in this deck. We are playing 4 8K Karen Roy Daisies, 8K booster, always a good booster. 4 of the make some room here. 4 of the Eye of Destruction Zeal. Like I said, when you ride on top of the grade 0, search the top 7 cards for the grade 2 or 3. So it's pretty. If you do get the grade 1, it's pretty easy to get the 2 or 3 if you are missing it. Last of the grade 3s, you're running 3 Glory Maker. I like Glory Maker because as soon as you're at 4 damage, it's basically a 10k booster. An alternative to Glory Maker, if you don't like running Glory Maker and you don't want to be really aggressive early game, is Psychic Gray. It's a 6k booster, but if it's boosting your Vanguard and your opponent's Vanguard is under 8k, it's a 10k booster as well. So if you want to get super early damage, you could run Psychic Gray instead of Glory Maker. But I do prefer Glory Maker. That's just another option if you guys wanted to take that in instead. Grade 2s, we are running 4 Twin Orders. Basically your 10k beater, get anything behind it, get a Glory Maker behind it, that's 16k, get a Karen Roy Daisy behind it, that's an 18k, and because you're minusing them 3k when you ride, it's like an extra stage, and if you're using Zeal, it's like they're minus 5k as well, so it's pretty good. You want to have those 10k beaters in there. Next, we are running 4 Devourer of Planet Zeal. This is the grade 2. When you ride the grade 2 over the grade 1, their Vanguard gets minus 3k for that turn. So it's good. The ride chain's amazing, like I said before. And the last of the grade 2s, we are running 3 copies of Assault Monster Gunrock. Gunrock's good. I like this over Dilating. Basically, Gunrock is an 8k, but when your opponent's Vanguard is 8k or less, he's an 11k. So you can get a good, decent booster behind him, and then he's still good. So he complements Zeal very well. I like him over Dilating, even though Dilating is a 9k. I don't like her effect as much. Give power to Vanguard when it hits. I like to hit with Vanguard first, and then basically the way I play this deck, I swing with Vanguard first, and if they hit a trigger, basically if my rear guard is hitting for anything to their Vanguard for anything over a 10k shield, I'm swinging on Vanguard because they have to drop a lot of hand. If not, if they only have to drop a 10k or a 5k, I'm swinging at rear guard. So I'm getting rid of their rear guards, but if it's a higher attack, 10k or higher, I'm attacking their Vanguards. That way I'm just constantly beating them down, making them lose all their hand. That's it for the grade 2 lineup. For the grade 3 lineup, we are playing 4 Galactic Seals. It is necessary. You have to ride him to win. His limit break is limit break 4, obviously Counterblast 2. For each of your Dimensional Police rear guards, your opponent's Vanguard loses 5k, or, oh, sorry, that'd be way too much. He loses 1k per turn, 1k per rear guard. So basically, you do the limit break, and if they have a 10k Vanguard, they're looking at a 5k Vanguard. If they have a 13k Vanguard, they're looking at an 8k Vanguard. That's why this deck is so good. It hurts crossrides really bad. The last 3 grade 3s we're running, we are running 3 Lady Justice. Lady Justice is a 10k beater. When it swings a Vanguard, it is a 12k. This complements Zeal as well, because Zeal brings them. Basically, the best combo you can get is be at 4 damage when you ride Zeal. You ride your grade 3 Zeal, they get minus 3k. So if they're at grade 2, if you went first, doesn't matter if you went first or not. You lose 2k for the Zeal, or 3k for the Zeal, and then when you use the limit break, they lose another 5k if you have a full field. That's 8k total. So you're putting them way down. That's why Lady Di Lady is a good and Karen Roy Daisy is a good column. That's a 20k column swinging a Vanguard. Gun Rock and Karen Roy Daisy is a good column. That's a 19k column. Even if you have Glory Maker behind Lady Justice, that's still an 18k column. And when they lose 8k or even 5k from the limit break for Zeal, you're swinging heavy, heavy numbers. Like I said, with this deck, if they have to guard for more than 10k, basically 15k or more, swing at Vanguard. That way they drop cards from their hand. If they only have to guard at 10k, swing at rear guards. Take out the rear guards. That way they can only hit with Vanguard. And then when you're sitting one of your extra triggers in hand, use that to guard if you're at 5 damage, or use that to guard for your rear guards so they can't do anything. Overall, I really love this deck. This deck's probably the most fun I've had since I first built MLZ. Right now, this is probably my favorite deck. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Any combos I could think of? Not really. Oh, forward. I don't like running Laurel in this deck. Why I don't like running Laurel? He's only a 4k. Even if you have him behind Lady Justice, that's only a 16k column. I've playtested Laurel in this deck a lot. I don't like it at all. It's just, I mean, having the extra twin drive is good because you do minus, but it's just not. I like swing for heavy, heavy numbers, making them drop hand, making them lose everything. Laurel just doesn't work in this deck, in my opinion, because it's too low of a. It's 4k is just too low of a number when you minus their Vanguard with the limit break. So that's the deck profile, guys. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.